If we have 4 or more colors, I give it a 5-color one. Alright. Sultai Reanimator coming up next here. So, Reanimator, for those not familiar with that MTG jargon, refers to, Reanimator refers to putting creatures from your graveyard back into play. In this current standard form, we have a couple ways to do that. We have Blood for Bones as one of the cheapest. And then we have Concoct, as well as Bond of Revival to return things to play. This deck got a couple of things going on. At the bottom end, we've got some Explore creatures, as well as Tomebound Lich and Stitcher Supplier as a way to get creatures into our graveyard. And then we have Risen Reef as well, because we have some Yaroks in here, as well as Muldrotha, which is an elemental also. And then we've got some Agent of Treacheries, and then Meteor Golem as well. I think Branchwalker is better than Stitcher Supplier on average. Branchwalker is going to add a lot of consistency to our deck, even if it doesn't put as many things into the graveyard. I also would be surprised if we struggle to get creatures into the bin with this deck. One thing that might be the case is there might be a little bit too much value at the top end of this deck, and like, maybe we want to turn these Tamios into Stitcher Suppliers, perhaps. Are we max foiled here? We don't have Blood for Bones. Seasonal Reward, Tilt. Seasonal Reward. I hope these are for this season. I really hope these two are for this season. Alright, let's go ahead and dive on into some games and see how this one goes. Why the split between the 5-mana reanimation spells? Because certain ones of those are better in certain situations. I should update the stream decker because I didn't do that. Easy mulligan here to start. Why is there a Lotus Field in this deck? What did I miss? Did I not vet the mana base? I thought I vetted the mana base. But now there's a Lotus Field in my hand. It combos with Yarok. Oh, that's just good deck building right there. All right. Mistakes were made, especially when like I have all these 3-mana cards that are double color. What a terrible mistake. All right, we're gonna cut the Lotus Field in a second. Listen, Past Jeff sometimes lets us down, chat. Past Jeff is supposed to vet these things, but he doesn't always do it. Don't tell me there's 2 Lotuses in this deck. That would really tilt me. God, this is so bad. This is so unreasonably bad. 2 Lotuses confirmed. Oh god. There are. Oh no. Oh no. Past Jeff. Oh, Past Jeff. Oh, Past Jeff. Whew. All right. At least, Chupacabra. Nah, I don't really want that, right? I'm just looking for lands at this point. Nissa is a real good draw. I guess I can just block if they attack with it. Oh gosh. Yarok plus Agent of Treachery is a real treat, huh? That's kind of delicious. That's a crisis. 11-11. We'll throw Stitcher Supplier under the bus here. Oh, 9-9, sorry. If we can dodge mass manipulation, chat, we can dodge a ball. And if we hit a couple of lands here, or a few lands, we can Agent of Treachery post Yarok and be okay. Iralad, thank you for the brand new tier 1 sub. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Thanks for keeping me around. Need to hit some lands here. Oh no. Oh no. Is there anything good in here? Oh, I guess I can floop Chupacabra into play here. The Lotus Field in this deck finally got me to subscribe. Well, at least Past Jeff did something, right? That's true. Untapped lands here would let us agent as well. Oh, and actually, the Tomebound Lich lets us double loot, right? What are they casting? Oh, is this a giant fight Hydra? It could be a finale. If this is a finale, if this is a white finale, hopefully it's a fighty Hydra. Yikes. Agent of Treachery is not gonna get us out of that one. Rip. What do we have gotten there? Gosh, we'd have gotten there. That's sad. In spite of all Lotus Field odds, we would have gotten there. God, there's actually two of them. There's actually two of them. I'm cutting one. I'm sideboarding one out. I never want to draw two of them. Ever. I definitely looked at this list because there were originally 4 Stitcher Supplier. I must have imported it and missed the Lotus Blooms at the bottom. Unmoored Ego is important for beating Field of Dead. Kaikar combo went great. It's gonna get added to the website. Kaikar combo was a hoot. Also, another question. Is this Golem? This Golem is just worse than Treachery, right? Anybody else feel that way? Agent of Treachery's gotta just be better than the Meteor Golem. Can anybody name a card where I'd rather have Golem than Agent of Treachery? Our basics aren't foil. Yeah, I forgot to fix that. Fix the lands. It's exactly Tristani. Tristani's like it, right? Yeah, it's very narrow. I'm gonna put the third Agent of Treachery in. The biggest mistake in the mana base is not playing foil basics. I agree. Yikes. Yikes. Your horse dropped his sword somewhere. Let's fix that. How many lands are in this deck? 24, but I technically cut one. We play Massacre Girl. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like people are focusing on Massacre Girl, like, from that situation we were in exactly the last game too much. I feel like a lot of the aggro decks that exist right now, Massacre Girl is not particularly good against them. Stub, thank you for the Twitch Prime. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Twitch is having some issues today, Nemesis. My viewer count has randomly been showing 0, 2 for the last hour. When we clearly have more than 0 people in here. So, 24's a little bit on the low side, but the other part of that is, this deck has Risen Reef and Jadelight and Merfolk Branchwalker, which, like, gives you extra virtual land counts, basically. Like, increases the number of lands you're going to see on average game to game. These are all bots. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. If this hits, a land in 2 hits. We get to be able to cast Agent of Treachery next turn. Oh, that's a Yarok. That's a Yarok, chat. Yarok plus Reef is such a wonderful drug. It's like, Should there be Land War Elves in this deck? Or Paradise Druids, maybe? There probably should be Land War Elves, huh? Jeff has 1,900 tabs of his stream open. Rise up, my children. Now, we definitely don't need 26 lands, especially if we wanted to add Land War Elves. Especially if we wanted to add Land War Elves. Oh, you know what? This is super wrong, because it gives them a 4th blue source. Oh, do they not have a basic island? They might not have a basic island. I wish we had Modern on Arena 2, Dunstub. We'll be getting Historic in the fall at least, though. What's my hot take on the judge announcement? Yeah, that's what you said, Waffle. I don't know what the details are at the moment. And they haven't made white mana. So this could just be a big crisis.
The land fights for us.
Yeah, Historic's gonna be all the sets that are currently legal in Arena. You made this? I made this. And I want to make sure I leave my islands up here, because I think then when I take this Nissa, it's gonna let me blood for bones this thing back too, right? Or sorry, leave my forest up. Yeah. So I could do this. I do this and double yoink, and then I'm gonna blood for bones it. And then double yoink 2 more things.
Behold, nature's true power.
Take their white sources to stop Finale. I mean, they're mostly out of mana, right? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I guess they still have 13 mana. Oh no, I had to discard to hand size. Look at my build your own mass manipulation. Yeah, Blood for Bones can pick the thing back up that it sacrificed.
Wait longer. Stand by and watch. Let's try this.
Never thought I'd see the second trigger on Agent. Listen, you haven't watched enough of this stream very clearly if that's the case. Will Historic have ranked? From what they've said, Historic is going to be a throwaway format that gets no support and they don't care about. Or, to quote them, it'll be like a fun casual format, which basically means no effort.
Sorry I'm late. Goes nothing.
They're dead, right? That clip the bot just dropped is fire. It's a really good one, kid. I have my moments. I have my moments. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Yarok's a very strong card. I'm gonna click submit. I'm gonna click submit. Yeah, if you haven't seen the clip we added to the liability command, it's good. It's good. We gotta cut the Lotus Fields and get foil basics or borderless basics in here. Maybe clean up some of the other details after this. Have a good one, Weary Dude. Thanks everybody for hanging out today, by the way. We've been over 2,000 people for most of the day. Y'all are great. I'm gonna be running long today and tomorrow, but then I'll be off Wednesday afternoon and all day Thursday, Friday. I'm gonna be in Gen Con in Indianapolis this weekend. If you're someone else is gonna be at Gen Con, feel free to say hello if you see me. I'll be meandering the event halls most of the weekend. The exhibit hall. Planning to play a thing Saturday morning, but other than that, no real plans. That's true, except for the stints where Twitch thought we had 0. This Lotus Field is so bad. You ever figured out a reason for Mondays being popular? I think part of it is, because some other people tend to take time off on Mondays. Like a lot of people that stream regularly tend to stream over the weekends and then take Mondays off. So like I'm pretty sure Nox tweeted that he was out of town for the next few days. So like Nox being offline definitely helps my numbers. I guess I should have left up trophy here. Why are we running Lotus Field? Because past Jeff didn't vet the mana base. Because I couldn't sign out the second land. Yep. We're going to cut the Lotus Fields here in a moment. Past Jeff's a real piece of work sometimes. My 2 Death Touch creatures can't even block this. All right. My Moto numbers are still somewhere in like the 800 to 1,000 range. Arena is obviously. Arena is rightfully a lot more popular than MTGO. I don't know if I want elves. How many green source do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, I don't know that I'm in for elves yet. I just paid way too much for a meal I didn't like. Does that mean I'm on vacation the right way? Yep, sounds about right. Hope your trip's going well, Beetle. Dear Watsy, if you're out there, please use my pretty basics by default when I import a deck list. Thank you. Instead of making me do this. We used to permaban very, very aggressively. I'm gonna leave the walkers in the sideboard for now. I'll put another Jadelight in the main. And put that 3rd Agent of Treachery in, because Agent Yarok is a heck of a drug. I wonder if I want these Chupacabras. Chupacabra seems kind of middling. I think I'd rather just have more go up over the top here at the top end. Let's just max the agents, throw another Stitcher Supplier in here. I think I like that. Let's try this. It's like 90% of why I subbed. God bless. I mean, Agent of Treachery is technically removal, right? Why wouldn't we want Dreadhorde? We might just be moving towards just wanting to be a Sultai Dreadhorde deck. You're not wrong. To fit Dreadhorde in, we would need to cut, we need to fit in the Wildgrowth Walker package, and also Dreadhorde's not a very good reanimation spell when we're like trying to get back 7 drops, right? Like paying 7 life to put Agent of Treachery into play is not good. This seems fine. What am I bottoming here? I think it's just Tomebound Lich. Let's ship the Lich. You want to get rid of Blood for Bones? I don't know. Like, both of these are like must-kill cards. Like, if they kill either of these, I kind of like Blood for Bones to get them back. I'm not sure. Hey, Franco is Xavier. Thank you for the Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. You're having a wonderful day wherever you're at in the world. We don't really have a lot of good tools for the Scape Shift matchup, it feels like. I've got Unmoored Egos in the sideboard. That's about it. That's kind of a plan, I guess. Good lord. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Just actual 0 lands and 4 cards? That's unreal. That is unreal. And we're dead, right? Yeah, there were 2 lands and 10 cards there. This opponent knows how their Field of the Deads work. Yikes. This kind of feels like one of those decks we spent a lot of time talking about not being particularly good in this format, in that what this deck is doing, the way in which it's trying to go over the top of people, kind of gets outclassed by a lot of these other decks in the format. We have Unmoored Ego in the sideboard for this matchup. Ritual Assault is okay. It kills a lot of our stuff too, though, is the issue. Cards like Ashiok are just super narrow. Like, here's the thing, chat. And this is something that you need to understand in a format that has a lot of diversity like this one. There are enough super narrow and otherwise terrible cards that if you never want to lose to Scape Shift regardless of what you're playing, you can choose to never lose to Scape Shift. The problem is that there's so many decks in this format that just not losing to Scape Shift isn't good enough. There's so many things that, like, okay, like, all right, well, I'm not going to lose to Scape Shift, and then, like, you lose to six other things because you made your deck super narrow. I'm actually going to leave Yarok on top here, and then hope Jadelight can drag us into some lands here. Yeah, Yarok would make you sacrifice 4 lands with Lotus Field, which is why it was extra bad that Lotus Field was in this deck.
Let's slow this down. I've got time.
Yeah, black-red Aristocrats is a really sweet way to play mostly good cards and still beat Scape Shift.
You just let me know if you're up for round 2. I'm known for my extra. I have a plan.
Let's rip an untapped land here and play Yarok, and then get our Explorer on the following turn. Alright, 2 shots at a land to play Merfolk Branchwalker. Perfect. Why Jadelight before Risen Reef? One, my opponent's deck frequently has more than one win condition. 2, the hand I mulligan didn't have a black source in it. Well, that's awkward. To the person who asked why I played Jadelight before Risen Reef, it was because I didn't have a land drop for the turn, and Jadelight meant I was more likely to hit a land. Wait, what? Oh, okay, that makes sense. was like,
I am not making this up as I go.
The old third, Teferi. I had jammed this Yarok as opposed to the Risen Reef there because I had wanted to be mana efficient. They'd already used 2 of these, right? Let's get rid of that one. If we don't get scape shifted, we might have a shot here. If we do get scape shifted, we're probably dead. We can Agent of Treachery and rip 2 lands away from them next turn. Memorial being sacrificed is good news for us. Yep. So that's going to grab Yarok, I assume, here.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Yeah, but why does that matter, Percy? Yeah, we could do that, but why is it a good play? So they have 9 lands right now, so agenting one of their lands doesn't really do anything. Stealing their lands makes their scape shift work. Yeah, I'm trying to set it up so I can steal 2 lands at once. Taking a single land doesn't change a whole lot. Taking multiple lands over the course of a couple turns could ultimately end up mattering, though.
This might be a bad idea.
What could they have for 3? They could have, like, a veto, right? Put the island in my hand, because I haven't played a land yet for the turn. I'm also, like, not 100% sure, and this is the awkward part about this deck too. Like, how do I win the game from here? Like, what's the line that, like, ultimately ends up with, like, them going to 0, right? Like, how do I accomplish that? I didn't have a way to draw the Duress, Kane. So if I could draw it, I agree with you that it would be fine, but I did not have a way to draw it. Like, I could start taking their stuff here. I can't even take their stuff because of Veil. Yeah. Like, so part of the problem is drawing 3 cards with this is not optional. So, like, I'm gonna, like, deck myself trying to Agent of Treachery them.
Don't worry, I got this.
So a fun of Nexus doesn't stop us from losing to Agent of Treachery's trigger. Alright, yeah, I'm off this. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna retire this one. And it's actually been a little bit since we've played something that felt like this. This kind of just felt like a bad version of some other things that are going on. I feel like there's a reason why Sultai Dreadhorde kind of got pushed out of the format, and this deck is kind of doing things that are similar to this, but I also feel like this deck's got a lot of similar ideas to like the Yarok Field of the Dead deck that we've been playing, and this deck's just doing what that deck's doing, but a lot worse. Like, going basically Blood for Bonesing for Agent of Treachery or whatever bombs you put at your top end is just a much worse, big, go-over-the-top thing to be doing in this format than just playing Field of the Dead. So it feels like if you want to be going big in this format, you should be playing Field, otherwise you should be doing something else. You should be either playing a combo deck, like the Nexus Wilderness Reclamation decks, or